Hi, this is Mick Elliott from Electronic Specifier. I'm here with Ian Ferguson, who is the Vice President of Marketing for Lynx Software. They've launched a product at the show. Just before we get to that, Ian, can you just tell us a little bit about Lynx Software?
Yeah, we've been around since 1988, when I was only 3 years old. Our software keeps humans safe and secure, so we're doing real-time operating systems and hypervisors that are in aircraft, helicopters, drones, and increasingly autonomous vehicles.
Okay. And where's the company based, and what's the bit of background on the company?
We're in San Jose, California. I'm originally from the UK, but I got out because of the weather and all those other good things. So I live out in California. Our main footprint of customers are out in the States, but we have a range of customers across Europe.
And you have a lot of partners in this business.
We do. This is a space where no one person can do everything. So we work with silicon companies like Xilinx, Intel, NXP. We work with cloud companies like Microsoft, Google. We work with the board manufacturers like Mercury, Contron, Curtiss-Wright.
Okay. Now, new product at the show, Uni Kernel with POSIX compatibility. Can you give us some of the background to that product and the benefits it brings?
Yeah, so it's really motivated by cybersecurity. Unfortunately, we're at a place where not one day goes by without something gets hacked, and operating systems can be a place of vulnerability. So what a Uni Kernel is, and it's not brand new, they've been around probably a decade, but that code only runs in user mode as opposed to kernel mode. What does that mean? It's actually using a limited set of the processor's capability. The good news of kernel mode is that you can do anything with it. The bad news is you can do anything with it. And so with user mode, that you control the problem a little bit by that software can only behave in a certain sandbox. You can't do random writes into memory. And so bottom line is it really closes that gap and makes it much, much harder. I won't say bulletproof, but much, much harder for that application to be broken.
Okay. I mean, are we looking at applications across the board or specifics?
So I think it has fairly broad applicability. The places where we're focused, critical infrastructure. Unfortunately, we've seen too many places like electrical grids get attacked. Other critical infrastructure, whether that's gas pipelines and stuff like that. So school infrastructure, towns and cities. So really places where things can come to a halt and humans can suffer is really our focus. So critical infrastructure, I think increasingly cars, but also our traditional space of the helicopters, drones and aircraft.
Okay, so it's expanding your market?
For sure, yes, absolutely. I think we see, initially we started to do it with the avionics area, but with this new sort of cybersecurity impact, and you see the sorts of things that have gone on in the Ukraine recently. Yeah. People, they were able to actually hold up their electricity grid under some pretty significant attacks, and I think that's the sort of thing we want to bring to electricity grid, but a number of other places too.
Okay, and I guess the fact that it was developed for avionics, which is obviously really critical, you're able to bring that robust performance now into those other applications.
You're going to take my job now, Mickey. Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, that's our proven history of keeping humans safe and secure. We build that code, and really that space is about certification, which means that you do what it says on the tin, and that's what we've got a couple of decades of experience of doing.
And you're out there talking to customers now?
Yes, absolutely. It's early, as you say. We just announced the product at the show here, 2022. So we're excited about that. But yeah, so we're initially focused on those critical infrastructure and federal markets.
Do you work with your partners on this, or?
Yeah, again, it's too big for anybody to do everything. I think so. Our initial technology is running on ARM processors and on Intel processors, so we're working closely with them. Increasingly, people don't want to create their own hardware when they want something off the shelf. So again, the partners that I described earlier doing the board level SBCs, we're working with them too.
Would this be adaptable for other processors?
Yes, we're a small company, so we have to be fairly careful. We certainly see a lot of activity, and our primary focus is Intel and ARM. Yep. We will get to RISC-V. That will be a 2023 kind of time. So we got more than enough on our hands with Intel and ARM right now, but we see a lot of interest in our traditional markets for RISC-V, and that will be a 2023 activity for us.
Okay, Ian Ferguson from Lynx Software, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much.